When I was almost done with the pressure washing job, my customer quickly hopped in her car and drove off. I then called her the next day for payment, and she asked if I could go ahead and send her an invoice so she could send me a check in the mail. Several weeks later, when nothing arrived, I called her and asked when I should be expecting payment. She got very angry and insisted that the payment had already gone through and to check my account. I looked and didn't see anything, and now I was even more shocked as this had never happened to me before. The job was a small $200 job. So rather than use the legal channels of reporting the debt to the credit bureau as potentially damaging their credit, I use this job as motivation to focus on larger contracts and not deal in low-income housing, but to expand my business. As a result, I now focus almost exclusively on large commercial contracts. Alright, so here we are, kind of a low-income, really dangerous kind of neighborhood. Shouldn't really be here, honestly, but we have a secret weapon. We got one of these. You know how to use this, right?
No.
Hey, this is Alex, and we have another drive-by cleaning today. Using just the right amount of chemicals, we can totally change the look of a property. But rather than only using water pressure, this could be the difference between a perfect looking area or something that looks nice. And to top it off, it will actually keep it clean for a much longer period of time. Hard to believe, but some customers will actually try to scam you even though you're doing your best and providing very valuable services. Some months back, this lady, we're just going to call her Karen, was skeptical that I now had a crew working for me rather than just doing it all myself. Did the exact same job, it just took us way less time. However, seeing my success, she insisted that we broke a garden hose connector, her car got splashed with a cleaning solution, had to be professionally washed, and she wouldn't pay unless we paid for the damages, which added up to more than the actual job itself. When looking for someone to repair the damage, she and who she found both went as expensive as possible. Goes to show you, when you achieve greater success, not everyone will be happy for you. So be very careful. Take plenty of before pictures. One time a customer got so mad at my quotation, he said, "Man, he's just trying to retire early, isn't he? He must be greedy." Well, at first glance, you may think that coming in at the lowest amount when trying to bid on jobs would be the correct thing to do so you don't upset people like this, right? Was I being greedy? Well, let me ask you this. Is the point of starting a business just to have something to do, hang on, barely scrape by, and live a life of strife and overwork? If that's what you want, you bid the lowest. Also, the type of customer you'll attract will be downtrodden, broke, difficult to deal with, and unhappy. But if you dedicate yourself to providing the highest quality service possible and deliver it quickly, you can charge the wealthy a high amount and they will be able to pay. After all, that's why they are wealthy in the first place, to pay for the best. And you can become wealthier in the process as well. How to break a pressure washer. Do you know what happens when you run a pressure washing pump without water? Water is meant to be the lubricant for the interior gears and mechanisms of a pump, as well as keep the pump from overheating and the seals from breaking. So when I was doing a job at a home with my 4-gallon-a-minute pump and the previous plumber had decided to set the water flow to half, I found out that not only would the job take twice as long, but I would have to send my pump in for repairs on top of that. So if you're running from a water line or from a tank, always make sure you have water going to the pump no matter what.